It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carr going to throw right away. There's Chris Olave. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle made by Foley Fadukasi, the former UConn Husky. The Saints at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Carr to throw on second down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Carr completes it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Lawrence to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You can look at the Saints defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Lawrence. Jones has it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. He may go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And you look at the Saints' defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
30 left. Take right open.
Here's Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That goes for a gain of 31.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Bigsby. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Take right open.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Open man downfield is Johnson. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
29.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 30. A good pickup there at 22. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Carr to throw again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
694. 9. Kill. 29.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. Now a play fake. Carr. And he comes back with one complete. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence flush to his right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game
teams
so
going
far.
through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football.
Jonathan
And to bring in the second
EA
half from the
Sports halftime report.
Let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he returns this to the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
30 left.
Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 61 yards. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You're mine.
On play action, now Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Then he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, it's Carr. Olave over the middle. He's got room to roam. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Back at the 16-yard line.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Express. 1, Raider 1.
Carr now to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Elijah Moore, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They were bouncing their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11. Go. Hey, kill.
Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram, and he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
Go, let's go.
4th down, here's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Carr. This is caught. 25 yards that time. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game, is
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit inside the 20. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now Carr. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing his Carr on third down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit.
There he goes, left side. He's got space past the 25. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Red on the red. Big 13 heavy. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2.
Now Lawrence to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
29.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Now a timeout as they tend to the injured player, and not the man they would want to see. That's Chris Olave getting medical attention. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
36 yards on the play. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 4. More the motion man right.
On play action, it's Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 25, here's 2nd down at a yard.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Now this time, Carl throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
To throw his Carr. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Right Monday, down. 93.
Carr going to throw here. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Wants to try to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, kill. No. Take right open.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Bigsby.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Saints, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.